Hello, boys and girls, ladies and germs. This is Tim Ferriss, and welcome to Coyote. I am going to teach you how to play Coyote in just a few minutes. In Coyote, you have a bunch of cards in the middle of the table, and each player will perform one of those cards. We're also all going to collectively thump the table to set the beat. Think of Queen's "We Will Rock You," so it goes boom, boom, card, boom, boom, card, boom, boom, card, and so on. So everyone thumps twice on the table, thump, thump. Then the first player says the title of the first card and performs the action at the same time. Then everyone thumps, and we go clockwise around the table to the second player. The second player does and says the second card, and then everyone thumps, and so on. Easy peasy, right? Well, it's going to get a lot crazier, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. One step at a time. There are two ways to play this game: competitive mode and cooperative mode. In competitive mode, the last player standing wins. And in cooperative mode, you're all on the same team. My favorite is competitive mode, so we'll start there. First, if you haven't already, remove the 10 blank cards from the deck. You'll only need these when you want to create your own cards later on. To set up, everyone sits around the table. Then you take the deck of cards, give them a good shuffle, and put them face down on the table. Then you're going to deal off some cards face up in the middle of the table in a single row, just like poker. Deal out the same number of cards as there are players. So if you have 5 players, you would deal out 5 cards. But there are 2 important exceptions to this rule. Number 1, if you have 3 players, instead of dealing out 3 cards, which would be a very short game, deal out 6 cards instead. Number 2, if any Coyote or attack cards come up, put them on the bottom of the draw pile and deal out new cards to take their place. Repeat until all the cards on the table have this cute little salamander on them. Then give the deck another good shuffle. Now, pick a player to go first. The first player will draw the top 3 cards from the deck and put them face up on the table. Then, they get to pick 1 card to add to the game. The other 2 cards are put face down on the bottom of the draw pile. Some of the cards have difficulty ratings: easy, medium, or hard. So you get to decide how challenging you want to make the game. Now let's talk about the 3 kinds of cards. You've already seen the action cards. These are the cards with salamanders on them. When you add an action card to the table, you can put it at the end of the row, the beginning of the row, or you can slide cards around and put the new card in between those cards. Placement is totally up to you. Next, there are Coyote cards, which modify the game. When you add a Coyote card to the table, you can put it anywhere above or below the action cards to help remember which card it affects. For example, let's say the table looks like this. We'd start as normal, so all players would thump, then the first player would do and say the first card, then all players would thump, but the second card is a green action card, and we have a Coyote card on the table that has an effect on all green cards. So instead of just the second player doing and saying the second card, all players would do and say this card. Then back to normal with all players thumping, and then the third player doing and saying the third card, and so on until you get to the end of the row. The last type of cards are attack cards. These are fun. You get to decide if you want to use an attack card to sabotage another player or affect an action card on the table. For example, if you played this attack card in front of a player, they would have to use T-Rex arms for every action card they do for the rest of the game. Or if you pointed it at an action card, any player who does that card would have to do it with T-Rex arms. Once you've added a card, ask everyone to put their hands on the table, and then you can begin thumping. Every time you make it through the cards on the table, pass the deck clockwise to the next player, and they become the new first player. So they draw 3 cards and pick one of them to add before starting the next round. But what if someone messes up? People are going to mess up. So if one or more players mess up in a given round, immediately stop the round, and each player who messed up has to take a card from the bottom of the draw pile and put it face down in front of them. It counts as a strike. Then try the round again with the same first player and the same cards. When you have 3 strikes, you are eliminated from the game. All the players continue playing without you, but the circle of players just got a little smaller. The last player left standing wins. And that's it. You can start playing now. If you want to play cooperative mode, on the other hand, where you're all on the same team and win or lose together, just play the game as normal, but if one or more players mess up, take a card from the bottom of the draw pile and put it face down somewhere on the table to mark a team strike. You can only get 1 team strike per round, even if everyone messes up. Once you get 3 team strikes, you strike out as a team and the game is over. You all win if you complete a round with at least 9 action cards on the table and any combination of at least 3 attack or coyote cards. Once you get comfortable with the game, we've also included some blank cards. These are there for a reason. You can create your own action cards. You can create your own coyote and attack cards, and we would love to see your own creations. So show us what you got on social media. We will find you and we can celebrate together. That's it. Have fun, everybody.